So the Athletics went ahead and comprised an article of 30 NFL venues from best to worst. And of course, it's only 30 because the Jets and the Giants share a stadium, and the Chargers and the Rams share a stadium. So those are the same stadiums. So only 30 teams. With that being said, here's something that I find interesting going into this article. Note, and they put this very small text at the very bottom here. Every reporter who participated in this survey has not been to every stadium. How are they ranking the stadiums then if they haven't been to them? Does that make any sense? Like, I've been to Paycor Stadium. I like Paycor Stadium. I think it was great. I went there 2 years ago for a Ravens Bengals game. I had no problem with it. Should I rank right now the Las Vegas Raiders Stadium? No, I haven't been there. It makes no sense to give an opinion on something when you haven't been to the place, right? I can say first-handed, I went to Paycor Stadium. I loved it. It was great. It wasn't the best stadium in the world, but the Athletics is listing it as the third worst stadium in the country, which is absolutely crazy. Nonetheless, though, this list is made up of 31 NFL writers at the Athletics. They put together the ranking of the best and the worst. So the best stadium is the Vikings Stadium. Now, this was recently built, I think, like a little while ago. Not too long, I want to say like a year or so ago. Maybe 2 years ago. So this was a brand new stadium. And keep in mind, I just want to put this out there too. This is not like Paycor Stadium's not about to get an upgrade. Right? We already know about a plan to upgrade Paycor Stadium for $496 million. They're going to be upgrading Paycor Stadium sometime in the next couple years. Now, of course, whether or not the taxpayers pay for that or it's going to be Mike Brown, I know the city right now, we already talked about, wants Mike Brown to pitch in for a lot of that cost, but it's a weird situation because he technically is the tenant, because obviously they're leasing the property to Mike Brown and the landlord's the city, but I go away from that point. They're going to eventually get a $496 million upgrade to that stadium. We've already seen pictures of what it's going to look like with the brand new fan experience. There's going to be upgraded everything pretty much. And we also know that they recently are completing an upgrade they started 2 years ago to the strength rooms, training rooms, and workout rooms in the actual stadium for the players. They're literally opening up so much stuff in there so everyone, is all together. So, again, I understand if you want to say right now, Paycor Stadium is not the best, but it's pretty okay, it's decent. But in the future, it's going to be amazing. But, whatever. Let's just go down the list here. And I just want to see what they say about it and why they hate the stadium. Which, again, that they probably have never been to. So, going down this list, blah, 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 Arrowhead, Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Where did they put the Cleveland Browns Stadium? Raven Stadium is actually not that bad. I will give them that. Their old stadium, Memorial Stadium, was pretty trash. That's actually not that bad of a stadium. Yeah, I just want to see where they put the Clown Stadium. Really? You're going to put the Clown Stadium at number 19. Have you been to the Clown Stadium? It's really not that great, in all honesty. I've been to that stadium probably 7 times. I've also been to the stadium, well, actually, no, it wasn't when they left Cleveland and went to Baltimore. But my dad was actually at that stadium, and that stadium was dog water. So, you really going to tell me that the Brown Stadium is better than our stadium? Okay. I see how this list is going. So, MetLife Stadium, and then, of course, the third worst stadium is the Cincinnati Bengals. And it says right here, the 23-year-old stadium cracks the bottom 5 on 13 ballots, finishing in the same spot as 2020. The Google review is 4.4 stars. Isn't that 4.4 out of 5? So that's not bad. That's like a decent rating. 4.4 out of 5? That's pretty okay. It seats 65,515. And again, I always find it's funny when it's like the 23-year-old stadium. Stadiums aren't usually built every other second. There isn't usually a new stadium that pops up unless you have a expanding franchise like the Jacksonville Jaguars, like the Seattle Seahawks, like the Houston Texans that, just pop up randomly and then it's like, oh crap, now they need a new stadium and new everything. But other than that, most stadiums do not, they're literally been there for a long time. Half of the ballots had the Dolphins home since 1987 in the bottom 5 in the NFL. Yeah, so they literally had Hard Rock Stadium since 1985. Oh, sorry, 1987. But the thing is, they have upgraded it immensely as time goes on. So is the point that upgrading the stadium doesn't matter? It's really just about, oh, let's, the brand new stadiums. The new stadiums just got invented or created. Because think about it this way, guys. Where was it? Number 11, M&T Bank Stadium. M&T Bank Stadium, has been home to, literally since 1998. Because before that, they had Memorial Stadium. And Memorial Stadium was absolutely dog water. I liked the stadium, but it wasn't that good. So they tore it down and they put M&T Bank Stadium since 1998. So to put that as a 23-year-old stadium, come on now. A lot of stadiums in the NFL are older than that. 2002 Ford Field. If it wasn't for the fact, by the way, going up to number 1 here, if it wasn't for the fact that the Metrodome literally had a snowstorm so bad the roof collapsed, then honestly, I don't think they would have upgraded and built a new stadium for US Bank Stadium. I think they would have just kept the Metrodome. But the roof collapsed because of so much snow in Minnesota. So, again, like I said, it's a side note here, but this goes back to the original statement of, literally, not every reporter participating in the survey has been in every stadium. I still think that is the most idiotic statement you could put in your article then, because what's the point of even ranking if you haven't been there? And I promise you, a lot of these reporters probably have not been to Paycor Stadium. Because think about it, these Paycor Stadium, right? This is not, the Bengals recently have been very successful, right? But even when they've been very successful, you've heard the media, you've seen the media, they don't give us props, they don't give us credit, they don't give us anything. All they do is sit there and say, oh yeah, haha, oh the Bengals might be good this year. And then for the last, 20 years, other than the last 3 years, the Bengals have been medium, subpar, pretty decent, but nothing special, and the NFL has always hated them. So a lot of these NFL reporters or writers for the Athletics, I guarantee you, probably 60% have never been to Paycor Stadium. So what are they giving a rating on for this stadium? They've probably been to Miami because Miami's a tourist attraction, right? A lot of these places are tourist attractions. Cincinnati, Ohio is not a tourist attraction. So why are they giving their opinion on this when they probably haven't been to the stadium? And again, like I said, it's going to be upgraded very shortly for a 3-year, probably 4-year upgrade period. It's going to be upgraded and look very freaking amazing. So, I get it, listen, I understand. But it's stupid. I really find these articles stupid because, you're ranking stadiums that, first off, you've never been to, and second off, again, what is your criteria for ranking these stadiums? Is it just, what people like? Or what you like that you've never been to? Is it the coolness of it? Because SoFi, obviously, it's very cool. What did they put? Lambeau Field. See, this is what I'm talking about. This makes sense. Lambeau should be, honestly, I'd put Lambeau number 1. Lambeau is football. That is literally the number 1 area. When you think football, you think Lambeau Field. I would put Lambeau at number 1. How is Lambeau below Minnesota Vikings Stadium, right? Because Lambeau is like the age-old classic. That is literally the Lombardi. So, I don't know. Just my personal opinion, again, like I said, I just think it's kind of idiotic. And these come out all the time, and I'm just like, I never made a video about it, but I just want to give my voice and opinion so I have it out there on this subject. I just think it's idiotic. But I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.